Hi there, it's Mandy Brasser from Streamline for Success. Thanks for joining in this video, and I wanted to talk about how you can identify potential gaps in your campaigns that contacts are getting stuck in. Really important that you consider this because you potentially are paying for leads to join your database, but they aren't taking the actions that you want them to take and they're getting stuck. So how do you go ahead and find these contacts? So firstly, you want to identify the campaigns that they might be getting stuck in, and typically these are kind of lead capture and nurture campaigns. So the first thing you want to do is obviously identify those campaigns, then head into one of these campaigns to have a look at the performance of the campaign to see where people are getting stuck. Now in this particular example, we have a web form. People are opting in for a free report. We're delivering that report, and as part of that delivery, we are also asking them to buy a tripwire, which you can see here. No doubt there is some other actions following the purchase of this tripwire, but I wanted to keep it really simple to show you how this all fits in together. So let's just say we want to have a look. We have a suspicion that people are getting stuck here. So what you want to do is, instead of looking at the Edit tab, you want to click on the performance one, and you can see here we've got a breakdown of 1 and 2 contact numbers in here. So the top line, which is your blue number, is how many contacts you've got active in that sequence. So with any sequence, you've got particular components. You might have tags being applied, emails being delivered, timers, anything like that. That means that that particular contact is actively still in that sequence. Something else is due to happen for them. And if I double click on that number, I'm able to see exactly where they are. Now I've just added that contact in here, so if I just refresh that, you can see that this particular contact is waiting 5 minutes, and that's where they're currently sitting. So you'll be able to see that for any of your campaigns too. So if we go back here, you can also see we've got 2 contacts that are marked as queued. So what does queued actually mean? So queued means that they have had all of the components that were set in the sequence delivered to them. However, they haven't yet achieved this next goal. So they're kind of queued because there's nothing else scheduled for them, but they haven't moved forward to this goal or any future goal that's in this particular campaign. So in order to identify them and how long potentially they've been in there for, you want to hover over this sequence again in the performance view and click on that. And it's going to default to the active status, but we actually want to look at who's queued. So let's go ahead and edit the criteria columns. And we want to do a couple of things in this screen. Firstly, we want to change the status to queued. The other thing, which I've already done already, if you head to columns, this allows you to control and update what information you want to view here on that screen. So I've added, if you scroll right down to the bottom, you'll actually see this sequence start and sequence stop dates. So if you just select those, click on the little arrow to bring them over, then you can bring them over there. So anything else, of course, you can add in here, and then we go OK. So what's really beneficial about this, if you do have contacts that are getting stuck, we can actually see how long have they been stuck for. So in this particular case, they've only been stuck for today, essentially. However, we were talking with a business the other day, and they had contacts that had been queued since last year. So you've got to always be mindful of that if they've been queued for a while. Are they currently on your newsletter list, that they're still getting some type of correspondence at least with you? Or do we need to go in and potentially send out a broadcast email to these contacts to re-engage with them? Or do we need to adjust the campaign to basically send them off to another different type of offer that we can do through here? So that's really kind of what the main thing I wanted to cover off today is, firstly, think about what campaigns potentially you know that you've got contacts getting stuck in. They're not achieving kind of the next step that you have planned for them. Go in, find them, have a look at how long they've been queued for, and consider what strategies you should put in place to actually re-engage with them. Are they currently getting your newsletter? And of course, you need to have some type of permission that they have signed up for that, so be mindful of that. So are they getting your newsletter? Should we actually add some more emails in here and re-engage them? Or after a certain period of time, after we've given them opportunities to sign up for this next step, should we actually put them into another short-term nurture or offer them something else that might be of value to them? So always remember, when re-engaging and adding content to a sequence, the rule of 7. So if you add emails in there and say you add 2 more emails with a timer in between, if there's anyone queued that should have received those emails in the last 7 days, they're going to get them straight away. So be really careful about that. We'll probably do another video on this shortly. So make sure you head down to the bottom of this page and sign up so that you don't miss that particular video. But look, really, really important. You're spending money, you're spending effort getting these people on your database. Make sure they don't get stuck. Let's do something about them and re-engage them. And yeah, that way you're not losing your leads. All right, thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon.